So here's a question I got in the comment section of another video. It says, what do you do when your partner, when the guy or gal next to you doesn't back you, freezes, dips, or maybe even talks a little shit? Solid question, bro. I think most of us have a tale or two. A story where a fellow officer has been less than supportive when shit hits the fan. When all hell is breaking loose. So what can we do? I'd fight that motherfucker in the locker room. No, you wouldn't. At best, you'd talk a little trash behind that person's back, mocking the way they did or did not act. But that's about that. Look, corrections is a team sport. Like curling or cornhole. Like Olympic level mixed doubles table tennis. Our success, our ability to survive inside is directly tied to the gal or guy standing next to us. Our partners. That thin gray line. But sometimes, some folks choke, fail to answer the call, and for whatever reason, they don't do anything at all. I want to explore this a bit. Lay out some reasons why I feel like this happens. Let's use this video as an example. A little illustration for you visual learners. Here we have this kiddo getting booked in and being a little less than cooperative with staff. I can only assume that he is being a little less than cooperative because one of the officers there is gloving up, which probably means he's getting ready to escort this individual wherever he needs to go. Hey, real quick, check out the body language of that inmate. Watch him adjust his stance. Mess with his face. Here's a pro tip. If an individual that you are interacting with, encountering, starts to mess with their face or their mouth, or they start to pull up their pants, they're probably getting ready to punch you in the face. And that's what happens here. Dude Colcock's the officer that was just a little bit close to him. Remember the reactionary gap thing? They teach that for a reason. But then dude socks the officer, knocking him to the floor. Here's what I want you to watch, okay? Here's what we're gonna talk about. You see that guy that walks by on the left? Watch him. Watch what he does and what he doesn't do. What do you see? I see hesitation. I see uncertainty. I see a guy that needs to quit and find himself another fucking job. That's what I thought you'd see. Because it looks bad. Real bad. But before we label this guy, before we ostracize this officer, let's discuss some of the possible reasons for his freezing. Well, the number one reason is that you can't control it. The fight or flight or freeze response is an autonomic reaction. It happens when you're met with a perceived threat. Your brain thinks it's in danger, so it tells your body to react in a certain way to keep it safe. Basically, there's some sciencey shit going on here. And we all know that we must trust the science or else. So your amygdala senses fear and sends a signal to your hypothalamus. And then your hypothalamus sets off your autonomic nervous system, which consists of the sympathetic and the parasympathetic nervous systems. The sympathetic nervous system drives the fighting or flighting, and the parasympathetic nervous system drives the freezing. So your reaction is based on which system pushes harder. It's kind of like the two are playing rock, paper, scissors when you're under stress. All that to say that what happened to our frozen friend here may have been out of his control initially, so he was scared, unprepared, nervous, and he didn't know what to do. So in the beginning, I'll chalk that up to the body doing what the body does. And I like this clip because you can see both ends of the spectrum here. The one officer hesitates, freezes, and the other one, the guy gloving up, jumped right in. He had hands on the dude before he even brought his arm back to reload. Have you had a similar experience? Let me know in the comments below. Guys, look, I remember being nervous, unsure, wondering how I would react to being attacked. And when it happened, when I had an inmate go after me, to my delight, my brain let me fight, defend myself, without pause. So where was I? I'm in the fucking weeds again. Oh yeah, our immobilized officer. So the guy freezes because of science, but then he moves, sort of. And this is where I want to encourage those who find themselves following in the footsteps of our friend here. In a situation like this, if you find that you're unsure of what to do, because maybe you haven't been in a fight before or a use of force before, so here it is. When in doubt, grab something orange, or whatever color your facility's jumpsuits are. Okay, you froze. I get it. I'm over it. But now it's time to get down on the ground and secure something. A wrist, a leg, something. And I think that this is where the problem is. Officers that are abled and experienced and are handling their business are angered by those that are doing none of those things. Which brings me back to the team sport thing I mentioned earlier. I have to be able to rely on you. My safety, my fucking life is in your hands. And that's a big deal. And if you're having an issue responding when violence erupts, then we need to sit down and figure out what's making it tough for you to engage. And maybe the answer is that you're not cut out for this line of work and you need to move on. And trust me, your coworkers will ever so eloquently suggest this. And there's nothing wrong with that. With you not working in corrections, not with the people suggesting that you should just leave. That's not. But hold up, before we suggest that somebody quit, maybe it's not that dramatic. Maybe you just need some experience, some encouragement. So I'll give you this one. Maybe. It depends on if anyone gets hurt or not. But I'll give you the one. And then you gotta be honest with yourself. Can you do this or not? And if you can't, that's okay. But if you can and you're just not, well, that's not cool, bro. Did I answer the question? I don't even really fucking remember what the question was. Son of a... If you like this video, if you found value in this video, straight punch that little like icon. Leave a comment and share this content with anyone and everyone that you think may be interested. Subscribe and click that little bell so you're notified every time I release another video. And if you're looking for more correctional content, head on over to my Facebook page. I'll post the link in the description below so you know where to go. And guys, don't forget to check out my books, When Home Becomes a Housing Unit and The Nothing That Never Happened. Both of them are available on Amazon. And the links to both will be in the description below. All right, guys, that's all I got. Until next time, be smart, stay safe, stay sane, and we'll talk soon.